think peer advocacy gives both the advocacy partner and the volunteer who's involved, I think it's the shared experience between the two, the fact that the volunteer advocate has some experience of cancer themselves. I think it helps with building the rapport between the two very, very quickly.
How did you first feel when you found out you had cancer?
I felt like a dream. I didn't feel like it was happening to me. My husband and my friend were with me in the room, and it just went over my head. There was sort of no reaction really, and it was a day or so after, when I was going round in like this zombie state, it was a day or so after that I'd gone out for a takeaway for the family. I'd ended up getting the wrong thing for my daughter and she was complaining, and I just ended up having a meltdown, crying, and my husband hugged me.
Do not blame
And they all said,
pure
this is
emotion.
Yeah, I was
It's
just like,
horrible being human sometimes,
yeah.
but that is what we are.
it was just going through the motions of it really.
Mm.
Very surreal.
Me, but I was on my Jack Jones. I didn't want anybody
She'd lost
to
your partner.
know.
Yeah.
It was about 2, maybe 3 weeks later, when I said to my family,
Okay.
everything.
And so you were trying to cope for 3 weeks, get your head around it on your own. That's difficult.
As you said, surreal.
Yes. Yeah.
I think when we first received the referral for Suzanne, she was not in a very good place. She'd been looking for support for quite a while and was really at the end of her tether, I think. She was struggling to find some support. She had a court case looming regarding a neighbour or friend who had financially abused her, and she was quite anxious about appearing because as a result of her cancer treatment she had been left, she felt disfigured and was worried about appearing in public.
I very rarely go out, and I do. And I find 9 times out of 10, when I do start to talk, they dismiss me as some sort of an idiot.
After having a chat with Suzanne in her own home, I realised the priority with the court case looming was to actually contact the victim support, get this letter from the surgeon, so that they actually okayed that she wasn't missing from court, that the fact was she was too ill to attend. Once we'd done that, obviously very, very short of money, I looked at different ways of getting funding for her. You got a payment card that I got sent to you for the TV licence payments. Is that working okay? Have you been able to use it all right?
Why did you bring that up?
Because it was something that I haven't asked you about, the payment card.
I'm not doing that.
No?
I'm not paying.
Right, okay.
End of.
Okay, well if you get any other letters that come through from them, let me know and I'll
No
speak to them
way.
for you. Yeah.
What I was going to do, I had to phone them when I was in hospital, and he should have sorted out
Okay.
to robber my TV licence.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, if you get any other letters, you can always ring me, can't you? You know.
This time I will go to court. I mean that.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But ultimately it's their choice, and that's the thing you have to recognise and respect. I think it's about all you can do in that situation is make sure you present them with all the options, make sure you present them with the pros and the cons of the decision they want to make, and ultimately they've got a right to make an unwise decision, what we would deem to be unwise, because it might not be unwise for them if they feel strongly about it. That's about us supporting them in that decision. It might not be what we would necessarily do, it might be, but ultimately it's their choice. It's really about just making a difference for the individual, depending on what their issues are, what's important to them. And that's where I think advocacy is good, because it listens to the individual. And Lisa has supported Suzanne very positively. She supported other people too, but in a different way. Because it's about, the advocates have to be fluid. They have to be very fluid in the way they support the individuals, because no two people are the same. And it's very person-centred.
On cancer, it's not just about repairing the body. It's about repairing the mind as well. And that is a long slog, to be quite honest. It is.